Now I can have $5 for crack, $5 for straight, which I can get 2 for $8, and then $3 for dope. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. So I went from $30. Now I only have to wake up with 11. Yeah.
I put people on, understand? Streets was happy. Everybody could eat.
Speak on the change from the heroin to the fentanyl and the whole
honestly,
synthetic drug thing that's going on.
Honestly, oh my God, man. Going from heroin, which honestly, speaking on an addict's behalf, heroin, which was honestly a 3-day withdrawal. The first day you'd be, kind of blah. Second day you'd be, vomiting. Third day you'd be almost over it. Fourth day you're back to normal.
Okay.
Now fentanyl is like a 2 to 3, 4 week withdrawal instead of just a 3-day withdrawal. It's actually and it's more dangerous to do it because it can OD you faster. It doesn't last as long, but the withdrawal lasts 5 times longer. Honestly,
how is the high compared to heroin?
It's more intense, but it's not as enjoyable. But I mean, everything now is synthetic. You got the heroin, which is synthetic.
Right.
You got they say synthetic cocaine, but basically you got cocaine, which is all cut up. You got the xylazine. Oh my God, the xylazine high is the most unenjoyable thing you can ever imagine. It's like it sucks you back into a wormhole and makes you like crazy. And it doesn't. You wake up and you're in withdrawal. It doesn't even.
You don't even get to enjoy it.
No, there's no enjoyment. Like why they do that is impossible. I don't know why people still do it. Because honestly, there's no enjoyment to it. There's nothing, and the high itself is unenjoyable. But I mean, everything now is pretty synthetic. Like, I mean, even like crystal meth, everything now up here is synthetic. There's really no real 100% narcotic. And it's crazy because they're more dangerous for you and they're not enjoyable, but people still buy it. I guess people do what they do, but I don't have no enjoyment for it.
So, do you feel like the city of Baltimore more so caters to the drug epidemic than try to? Because I see a lot of like.
I really do. Honestly,
it's almost like they given up on fighting it.
Yeah. It feels like kind of like, oh, we can't beat it, so let's just throw money at it and make the city more accepting to it. So
right.
That way, maybe it might actually make it where people can accept it better, so people can get over it.
Right.
Because eventually, you hit that hump where you don't want to get high.
Right.
Like, I've been fighting addiction for years, and I'm almost at that point where I'm ready to go into treatment and just fully give it up.
Right.
Because I finally accepted years ago that I'm not going into treatment, so I'm ready to get clean.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
So I got tired of going in for my family and everybody else. But yeah, it feels like the city's just throwing money at it now to accept the people, so maybe people can get through getting high so they can actually get over it.
Right.
Because there's only one of the 2 ways you're going to go. You're either going to keep on doing it, or 3 ways. You're going to keep on doing it, you're going to die, or you're going to get over it and live life. There's no other way to, but...
So I want to refer back to you said only a couple of overnights in jail. You would think being in the streets all the time or whatever and indulging in drugs or whatever, it would be more arrests. But they more so look for homicides around here.
Yeah, they don't look for the drugs. At least that's what I feel. I mean, I guess if you're throwing it in their face, they're more worried about it, but...
Right, or if somebody died right in their face.
Right, but
right in their face.
I mean, if they're like right in their face, stealing right in their face, yeah, they're probably going to worry about it. But I really don't see them really... I mean, honestly, because I smoked with my buddies and stuff right on the corner and shot up right on the corner and had cars go right by us and they not even, had cops even go right by. It's like they don't worry about it till it becomes in their face a problem. And then it's like they have to do something. I mean, it kind of feels like, they want to give a chance to get through it, but also it seems a lot of laziness. Like they just don't want to have to deal with it.
Right.
Because there's so much of it.
Right.
I mean, if there's so much of it, if they dealt with it the way they should, they probably spend all day and night just doing that. So they I guess, kind of have to ignore some of it so they don't have to spend all day and night fighting it.
So when you first came here, where exactly did you land in Baltimore? Where was your first?
What?
We're in South Baltimore right now.
Oh, east over the harbor.
Okay.
Yeah, like helping up Mission in that area, right there on Baltimore Street, the block.
Okay.
Where strip clubs are. Yeah, that was my first area.
Can can you talk about your experiences out there at first? Like, how was it going? How easy was it for you to get drugs and not being from here?
Oh my God, yo, that was I ain't gonna lie, I'm smiling because that was one of the first things that instantly attracted me. I fell in love because back where I'm from, a drug addict has to call 20 people, and then eventually after 5 hours, you might have somebody call you back, and then they want to meet, and it's just a bunch of hours and hours of bullshit. It just was an attraction because back then it was you make $10, and you go reach the spot, you got it.
Right.
There was no waiting, there was no running around.
Right.
It's on every corner, so it was like, oh wow, it was like, that was the first thing, honestly, after I relapsed, that was the first attraction to the city that made me stick, and probably is one of the main reasons I still have stuff.
Right.
Because of the accessibility of drugs.
Right.
If it wasn't for the accessibility, I might have squandered away or steamed away from the city, but it's so accessible, and it's not only accessible.
It's cheaper now, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Back when I first started, when I woke up in the morning, I had $10 for dope, $10 for straight coke, and $10 for crack cocaine.
Right.
That's $30.
Right.
Now I can have $5 for crack, $5 for straight, which I can get 2 for $8, and then $3 for dope. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. So I went from $30. Now I only have to wake up with 11. Yeah.
So $30 gets you high 3 times a day. You know, your recipe.
Compared to what it used to be, yeah.
Right. But you got more of a chance of...
Yeah, there's a way more negative chance of something happening with the way drugs are now.
Right.
I mean, back when it was $10, it was $10 for a reason. It's because it was real heroin. $10 would get 5 people high for 5 hours. Now, a $3 pill, which is, by the way, the pill is 5 times bigger than what it used to be. It's way more packed. It's fully packed, but it won't even get one person high for 10 minutes.
Right.
So it's basically useless.
That's great.
Yeah.
So what bring you on this side of Baltimore, like?
Panhandling.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, because I didn't understand exactly where you was coming from when we was talking about the light situation.
Yeah.
Explain to them exactly what went on. I actually had got it on film, but explain.
Oh, you were the first one in the car.
I put people on, understand? Streets was happy. Everybody could eat.